welcome back to my channel. Now today I will be showing you an unboxing and setup of the xTool F1 machine. In my business I have been working with laser machines for over 8 years now, and for the past year I have been using an xTool M1, which if you want to look at an unboxing video of that I will link it above. But for today we're going to be looking at the F1. Now this is a much smaller machine, but it also packs a punch as it is also a lot quicker. So without further ado, let's head straight into the video. Firstly, I'm going to start by just opening the box. First, you will find the manual. I'm going to put that aside, and then I believe that's a cleaning cloth. And then I'm just going to remove all these boxes out of the packaging. Just going to open these boxes and see what's in them. Power unit. And then I believe this is a bunch of materials that we can use to get started. I will have a look. We've got the triangular prism base, which if you'd have seen in my other xTool video, you'll have seen when you raise the base in order to cut wood. So we'll put that there. And in here again we've got a selection of materials. We have got some wooden coasters, some basswood, plywood, some metal tags. So yeah, I'll put that aside. Lastly, the last box is, I believe this is the air filter, and that's the USB dongle, so let's put that aside up here. It's probably worth noting that xTool actually have got a list of these simple instructions on the side, just so you know what the different indicators mean, how to rotate and reset, check the key, remove the protector, and just generally the button. So that is simple and straightforward. I'm going to go ahead and remove all of the tabs. This is turning out a little bit trickier than I thought. Go. The xTool did actually come with the desktop smoke purifier, so this is something I am just going to open now, and it will just help eliminate those fumes that come off when lasering. Also have the pipe that comes with it. I'll put that there for now. And then I believe that's a spare filter. So, if you've ever seen me on my other laser machine, my big industrial one, I have got a filter system set up and ventilated for outside for that. The next bit, I'm just going to simply supply the power. Next, I'm just going to remove all of the packaging. It's like playing Jenga. Oh! Okay, so that's out, and then we have just got our L plate put on the bottom, which slots in like that, and then this will become our base for aligning a little bit later on. My next step is to set up the desktop purifier. So because I've never used one of these ones before, I'm just going to have a look through the manual now. Okay, pretty simple, just a picture guide. So we need to take the pipe and we just simply screw that onto there. And then this one, we'll pull the pipe up, goes onto the back of the xTool. Remember to use the little cap that comes with it, so just push that on. So now we are just going to put that onto here. And then we need to use the power unit, and then I'm going to connect this to, found it, connect into here. So we have as simple as connecting that end, and then this end will go in the plug socket. This, I'm going to insert the USB with the USB, so in there, again, in there, and whilst I'm here, I'm just going to plug the one for the computer. Now I'm just going to sit everything back. So there we have it at the moment. The next step is to make sure the emergency stop switch is not pressed. So as you can see at the moment, it is switched, so I just need to pull that out, ensure the key at the back is inserted, and now we need to remove the lens protectors. The next step is to lift the lid up and simply pull the lens protector off. Now comes the fun part, because we're going to head over to our laptop, install the xTool Creative Space. Now I have already done that, but if you haven't done so already, simply head to xTool and download the software. And now we can do the fun bit, that is the designing. Whilst we do that, I've just made a cup of tea and I'm just going to sit in the Creative xTool design space and just come up with a few designs, see what it is that we can cut or we can engrave, and yeah, I will see you in a minute. Now that the designs are ready, let's head back over to the xTool to begin engraving. My next step now is to connect this to the xTool. So I'm just going to pop my laptop here and just feed the USB into the port. Let's bring you a little bit closer. Okay, so now it's time to turn everything on. So I'm going to switch the laser machine on. As you can see, the lighting has just turned on. I need to connect to a device. We are now connected. I've put the USB in and then it simply connects here round the side. I'm just going to move that back and move this over here, and then I will show you quickly. This is where the USB is inserted, and then I have just linked it up to my computer. Okay, so I am going to open project and use my green big, and as you can see, that's for the other machine. So I'm just going to configure it now for the F1 instead of the M1. Click OK, and then I'm just going to make that a little bit bigger. Actually, it can probably go about that big. I'm going to make that engrave. I honestly have no idea at this point. This will just be a test. These two are going to go as cut. Now I'm just going to open the lid, and I'm actually going to place that prism. So just pop it down like that. I'm going to use the pack of materials that was supplied. Take the wood. Then I'm simply going to place it down. I don't know if you can see it very clearly here, but I'm going to say that it is on the laser flat. It's the 3mm basswood, and it will auto focus, auto planning, and I'm just going to do the framing as we speak. As you can see here, this is the framing of the piece. I'm going to manually focus. You want the red and the blue line to overlap each other. Once that's done, you're ready to go. I'm now just going to close the lid and click process. Press the button on the device to start the process. Exercise caution when processing flammable objects. So when we're ready, we're just going to hit go. Okay, I have cancelled that because as you can see, I've put far too much power. I wanted a nice engrave, but I've kind of cut through completely, which is great because I know it's going to cut, but I need to change my settings. I haven't even touched it with the engraving, but it's cut it beautifully. So I need to go back to the drawing board and think about what the settings need to be for the engraving. I'm just going to use a simple keychain attachment, and there you have it, a simple wooden keyring that has been made in just the matter of a couple of minutes using sustainable materials. The best bit is you can sit there with a cup of tea and simply make 10 to 15 of these in the matter of what, half an hour to an hour or so. And yeah, just really extremely profitable, simple idea that you can do yourself. I always like to finish mine off, so I have just done it a light sand on the front and back just to give it a nice clean aesthetic. There's something about creating something from nothing that is really exciting, and I'm kind of excited now to look through all the other materials. What can we do? What do we fancy doing? I'm thinking the next material is going to be this nice piece of slate that came with the pack. Again, I'm not too sure about the settings, so it's going to be a bit of a learning curve as we go. I know that I need to remove my prism, that's no longer needed, and this will simply slot into place. What I'm going to do is actually change this material on here to the stone coaster. So the autofocus is just happening as we speak, and then I am going to place the lid down. I'm just going to put you on pause whilst I import my next design. This is the design that I have chosen. It's just a little bit of a variation of my logo, and then I need to do the framing. So I'm going to click frame. As you can see down here, the blue line just kind of shows you where it's going to go, and that's positioned nice and even in the middle. Once I'm happy with that, I click stop, click process, click start up the top here, and then on here I hit the button. I'm honestly blown away by that. It has just taken 24 seconds to engrave. Now that has to be one of the quickest ways to turn something into something and make it profitable. Like, look how beautiful it's come out. See if I can focus on the engraving. My logo designed onto the slate in just 24 seconds. The next one I'm going to do is the wooden slice. So just drag my image in. We want a trace image, just sharpening up those lines now. I'm going to choose what it is that I am doing. So it's the wood coaster. And then we just want to go ahead and choose log slice, click frame, close the lid, click process, start, and then push the button. Here's the finished product. I'm just going to sand this down quickly just to take a little bit of the burn off, but as you can see it's nice and deep. Just really took that really nice. We'll get close. Let's zoom out a little bit. I've just finished the sanding. As you can see, the results have come out beautiful. The machine has far exceeded my expectations for a laser. I'm used to jobs like these taking easily 20 minutes or so. So the fact that this was done in 24 seconds is completely mind-blowing. And it just shows that you can make a profitable business based on some really great products. I think one of its best uses would be that you could take it to craft fairs and upsell your products with personalisation. You could do them right in front of the customer for an extra £5 or so, and yeah, you'd have it done in the matter of seconds and a happy customer with a personalised product. You may have found this video because you've already bought an F1 machine, and if so, let me know what products you're looking to make in the comment section below. And if you haven't, if you have any other questions about the F1 and what you can make and its possibilities, do let me know in the comments. I will hopefully try and help you as much as possible. Like with the M1, I do join the xTool community over on Facebook, always looking for ideas, things to do, as well as just generally helping each other out with some tips, settings for the laser, and it's always a really good community. I will pop all the links for the laser machine down below, but if you do have any other questions, please do let me know. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye guys!